Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So I was actually in the middle of making a little pocket type tuck spot thing um, for the journal that I'm currently working on. And I made one and I was about to make another one and I decided why not turn the camera on. So let me show you the one that I made and then we'll make one together. So this I made watching a video from Wendy, Wendy's Journal Adventures, and it's basically a little flip up here that has two pockets. So there's a little pocket here and then a pocket here. And what I personally am going to do is I will probably glue it onto a page. I mean, you can clip it onto a page definitely, but I want to glue mine on, but I probably will leave the top open. Like, I'll just glue here and I'll glue here. That way you can also use a top to tuck. But I think it's so cute and really easy to put together. So I thought, you know what, let's make one together. So let me just put this one aside and hold on one second. Sorry, I had to close the door because my cat keeps running in and out, and I don't know what she's going to be doing. All right, so it's actually really easy, and I'm doing it pretty much how she did hers, aside from the decorating. But she had a piece of just regular 8.5 by 11 paper, and each of these, she cut out two pieces. So there's this piece, and then there's this piece, and then there'll be, like a little strip left over, but basically it's 4.5 this way and then the length of the paper, so 8.5. So what I already did is I marked where 4.5 is. There's two little dots because on my paper cutter it never cuts straight if I mark it to the edge, to the measurement. So I mark mine with a pencil, and I don't know if I'm in frame, but I'm just really right now cutting down the paper so we can use it. Okay. All right, so we have two sheets now, and the sheets that I'm using, they're measuring 4.5 by 8.5. And so for the first one, which is going to be like the outside, the whole cover here, what I did is I covered mine just with some music paper on the inside. Of course, again, you can cover it with whatever you like, but it's just to make it a little bit more sturdy. And if you use, something even maybe like a scrapbook paper, it would make it really sturdy. I just use music paper because it was actually almost the same size. So I'm going to put one sheet aside because that's going to be for after. And I don't know if I have a preference really. Well, whatever. I did, because I sewed around the whole thing, so I'm just using the glue stick just to keep it down for now until we sew it. And of course, you don't have to sew it. You can just use really good glue to glue it completely down. Yeah, because you don't have to. It's not required to sew. I just want to sew because I like the way that looks. So put this down, and now I guess this is okay. And I know that my lining up is, oh gosh, it's a bit horrible, but we're going to do our best. I think that's pretty straight. I think so, yeah. And I'm just using this just to flatten it out so there's no little wrinkles or anything, because sometimes you get little wrinkles in the paper when you glue. All right, and then I'm going to just cut around so that it's all the same size now. And you can use your paper trimmer for this part. I don't want to take it out again. Not that I have to take it out, it's just right next to me, but picking up a scissors sometimes is just easier. All right, now I'm going to ink around the edges here. And I know some of these edges you actually won't see because when we put the pocket in, but I just like to, you know, ink it anyway, just because. Why not? You have the inker out. And I really don't even know at this the second which is the top and which is the bottom. So let's see. Actually, I want this to be the top. Yep. Because then, see, there's a little space there, but the pocket will cover that up, so that's okay. All right, so now we have to make the pocket. Now this is, I think I'm doing it the right way. I'm pretty sure that she did it similar to this. And there was no real measurements, but basically it was like you kind of fold down, and this is approximately like eyeballing it, maybe the middle. And again, you know, there's no, you don't need to measure it. It's just, it is. And then from here, I wasn't really sure how far up I wanted the pocket, but you can kind of sort of just measure. And I think I want it, I'll show you what I mean. Because you can measure. So I just folded that down, and then I'm just folding this up, and here's where the pocket is. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it where I might want the pocket, maybe like right there. And then I'll just fold that down. So the pocket part is really personal preference, how tall you want the pocket and how tall you want this pocket. So you measure, you know, all personal preference. But what I did is I basically fold this one almost to the halfway point, and then I folded a little bit of this up, and then I folded it over, and then the pocket will be here, and then the pocket will be there. I hope that's not confusing, because I had to watch it a couple times in her video, and I don't know why I wasn't getting it, but I think it's just more, like I said before, like personal preference, how big you want your pockets. So, yeah. That part's a little confusing to explain, and I'm trying to show you what I mean, but sometimes, you know, you have a certain way of thinking in your head, but it doesn't always come out correctly with the words that you're looking for. So I do apologize. Okay, so I'm just inking the edges again, and this time mainly to sort of define the pockets. See, now you can see definitely there's a pocket right here, and then the top pocket right there. So let's glue down this part. And again, you know what? Since I am sewing, I'm just going to use the glue stick. Just smush that down and repeat for the other side, and I hope I'm in frame. I try to put this little piece of white paper here, see in the background, just to know where not to move off of, but sometimes I feel like I move the paper too, so I don't know. Hopefully you were able to see everything. All right, so I fold this up. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm taking the flap, and the outside is plain because we're going to decorate it. And I know that I want this as my bottom, so we're going to glue this onto here. Now for this, I'm not really completely gluing it down, just sort of gluing it down, because again, we are going to be sewing. So put a little glue there, just to hold it in place. And just a little tiny glue there and a little tiny glue there. That way it can hold everything. So then at the bottom, I'm just putting the pocket right on the bottom here and holding it just for a second, because there's not a lot of glue, so you don't have to let it dry. I just want it to catch, so that way when I pick it up to go sew, it's not kind of flopping all the way around. All right, so there now is the pockets. Okay, I'm just making sure everything is even. And now, let me show you. I didn't fold, and she didn't either. She didn't fold the top part all the way to the bottom. You can fold it shorter. You can fold it however you want, because she used a little tab, and I thought that was really, really cute. So I wanted to use a tab too. So I didn't want to fold the flap all the way to the bottom. So that way you can add whatever, you know. Well, I added these little fibers, I added the tab, but just kind of like I wanted the definition. I think that's what the word that I'm looking for. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. So for this one too, I'm not going to fold it all the way to the bottom. So I know that the last pocket is right here because I can see the line. So maybe just right over the last pocket is what I'm going to fold it to. And fold that down. So that's what it's going to look like before it's completely decorated. Now though, I am going to sew it around, like I said, and I'm just using a straight stitch, and my sewing machine is there, so I'm sorry you can't see this part, but I just have to go sew this really quick. So you will hear some noise, but right after I sew it, I will show you exactly how I sewed it. But I mean, it's really, really easy. And of course, you don't have to do a straight stitch either. And I hope I'm not yelling. I'm just trying to talk louder than my sewing machine. You don't have to do a straight stitch. You can definitely do a zigzag. And that would, you know, make a really pretty edge. But I am doing just a straight stitch. And I also don't have a... sorry, hold on. I don't have a colored thread in there either. It's just cream. So it will definitely be very just like a little dainty line across. Okay, so, oh, and I went off a little bit there, but that's okay. Oh, I did. I went a little crooked on the side. It went straight, and then it was whoop, and then straight again. But basically, I just went all the way around, and now we have a pocket here, and we have a pocket here, and then we have a fold down here. So now to decorate it, and the journal that I'm currently working on that these are going into is a recipe type, food type journal, cookbook thing. I don't know. It's all like food related, recipe related, so I'm not really exactly sure what to call it. But I have, let's see, I have some pages here. These vintage pages that came out of a little this little booklet. So cute. 1973. Now I do want, oh, candied onions. Will that fit? I think this might fit. All right, hold on. Let's try this. So let me just tear out the page first and put that aside. And you know what? I think I'm just going to hand drip. This is, there, stay there for a moment. So I want the picture, and I want the candied onions recipe. So let me see if I can make this happen, which I might have to tear a little more. So let me just tear down this side just a tad. Oh, stuck on my finger. And tear down this side just a tad too. And I'm just tearing at the bottom so it's not so straight, I guess. Oh, my finger. But I feel like it's still a little big. That stinks, because I don't want to cut into the onion. Well, you know what we're going to do? Just very carefully, just trim off some of this over here. And let's see. You know, I think it's okay. I think I'm all right with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's completely fine. All right, so I'm just going to ink around these edges just to give it a little bit of definition. And you know what? If this hangs over just a little bit, I'm fine with that. We'll just line it up as best as we can. This is, there we go. I think once I glue this on, it won't be so rolly. And then once I put the tab on, it definitely won't be so rolly. So this, we do definitely need glue. Okay. Oh, am I in focus? I hope I've been in focus this whole time. If not, that's going to be really devastating. Yeah, I don't know what my phone does. It like auto focuses, but I don't know. I don't need it to autofocus. Just stay focused. Stay focused. Okay. All right, now let us put this on. I think like that. Okay, now I need a tab. So let's see. I don't think I want pink or anything. Oh, maybe the numbers. The numbers might be nice. Oh no, because the numbers and then words. No, I think I want just a colored one then. See if I can find something. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. Let's just do that one. My box is a little bit too small for all my tabs. Have to bring a bigger box. Oh, the darker one. I like that. Okay. Need this. Fold it down. And I do ink around the edges of my tab. Just because I like to ink it. Okay, and I don't know if I'm going to put fibers on this one. Let me just see. I want the darker side here. I mean, like this. No. I'm going to do it without the tab. Actually, this tab would have been perfect for the little butterfly there. That would have matched better. Oops. Oh well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is the hardest part for me personally, to get it right in the middle. Hold on. Nope. Nope. I don't know. I think that's the middle. I think. Let's see. Let me move it a tad bit over. Okay, looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to glue this part first. And I don't know how everybody else glues theirs tabs on, but I feel like, I don't know. I always find it difficult because I don't want it to move because I've put it where I want it to go. And if I glue it and then try to stick it on, I feel like it doesn't go to where I want it. Okay, so hold that there just for a second. All right, so there is that. And you know what I might do actually? Maybe should I put some lace on the bottom? I don't know if I like that lace, though, in particular. Do I need lace? That is the question. Let me just... Ah, the silence is killing me. Do I do it? Do I not do it? I think when in doubt, let's just do it, right? We will just do it. It will definitely not hurt, and it will definitely help a little. And also the journal that I'm working on, that these are going into, it's very, you'll see what I mean, but it's very, very different than what I normally do. I try to make it like extra fluffy and lacy, and oh my gosh, there's so many ruffles and laces and trims. And I mean, I do add trims and lace, but this is just like overflowing fluffy. I wanted to try one. I can't remember who I was watching, and it's not somebody that I'm subscribed to, but it came up in my feed, and the journal that she made, it looks so neat. And it was just to describe it, I don't know if I'll describe it right, and maybe once I describe it, everybody be like, oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. It was like tall, it almost looks like a teller, not a teller notebook, a traveler's notebook size. So it was tall and skinny, but it like fanned out. So the first page was here, and then it had like a waterfall of pages. So the back page was like this big, and it was like this, and then it was almost like layered. I don't know if that makes sense, or if you even know what I'm talking about, but all the pages, they were fluffy, and they had like laces on them and everything like that. Also, I've been watching a lot of videos. What is her name? Oh, Rita from Bloom and Stitch, I think it is, and she does a lot of very puts like a lot of fluff in her journal. I don't know if that's the right word, but her journals are always real puffy and with like trims and laces and all that good stuff, and it just looks so neat. So I said, you know what, I want to try just once, just to, get out of my comfort zone just a little bit, and see what it's like to make one of those types of journals. And maybe I'll like it, maybe I'll make more of them, I don't know. So there it is. How easy was that? So we have one that has this on the bottom, and then one that has this. See, well, this I put here because the recipe is cinnamon, sweets, and applesauce. So I don't know. This just kind of reminded me of like cinnamon and apples or something. That was my thinking behind that, where this is candied onions. And I mean, yeah, I just like the picture and whatever. So this one is definitely more different. Plus on the inside, I put the butterfly here. I'm not going to put anything on the inside here because I think that since I have the lace there, it'll be fine. And then when I put it onto the page, I'm going to glue this side, the bottom, and this side, leave the top open, so that way you can tuck something in the back. You lift this up, and then you have 2 pockets to tuck in there. So that is this little project. And again, I watched Wendy's video and watched her make these. So that is where I got the idea from. But I thought, as I'm making it, why not turn the camera on and show you guys too? Because they're really, I mean, really easy to make and really fun. And they add a perfect little tuck spots, plural, onto a page. So definitely give it a try, and hope you like it. So thanks so much for watching and creating with me today. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.